Hi, brothers and sisters. When I think about making functions, I liken them in real life to making a smoothie, okay? A smoothie is a drink that is made up of either fresh or frozen fruit. It can have all sorts of things in it, all sorts of seasonings or spices. It could have milk, it could have water, it could have coconut milk, just anything. You blend it all up and then you drink it, okay? Very good and hopefully healthy. Okay, so in order to make a smoothie, you need a set of ingredients. Once you have those ingredients, you need to process them. And when you have processed them, you have an output, the finished smoothie. So hopefully that sounds a little familiar from our defining table lessons. We have input, we have processing, and we have output, right? So functions are basically a defining table, but they are a way to organize our code. Okay, so let's talk about making a smoothie. One smoothie that I really like to make in the mornings takes, so let's talk about smoothie ingredients. I like chocolate protein powder. Okay, I also like almond milk. And I like to throw in frozen blueberries. All right. So those are the inputs to my smoothie. The processing is 2 scoops of protein powder. Measure 1 cup of almond milk. Measure ½ cup of frozen blueberries. Okay. Add all ingredients to a blender. Very important step. Put the blender top on, or else you'll be wearing your smoothie. Okay. Turn on the blender. Let blend for 2 minutes. Okay. And then we are going to pour out the smoothie into a large cup. Okay. So, and then the output, of course, is breakfast smoothie of champions. Okay, when I think about functions, that's exactly what we've got. We've got a list of inputs. We've got a couple of steps that we take that act on those inputs, and then we've got an output. Okay, if I were to take these steps and write a function, it would look a little something like this. So there is the name of the activity that we are doing. It's a function, right? I can name my function anything I want. I provide a list of the inputs. So these are our ingredients, okay? We will call this protein powder. We will call it almond milk. And we will say frozen blueberries. Okay, so we've got our activity and we've got our list of inputs. These inputs are always in parentheses, and if there are multiple inputs, we separate them with a comma. Okay, very good. So some steps I could take inside of this smoothie are add all ingredients together. So I might do something like var smoothie is equal to protein powder plus almond milk plus frozen blueberries. Okay, and then I will do some mixing. Maybe we have another function. Okay, we're done making the smoothie now, so we need to use a special keyword here, return, right? And this says I'm done taking the steps of the function and I want to return something. I want to give my output back to the place where my function was called. Okay, so just like making a smoothie, I dump all the ingredients in, I take some steps, and then I output my smoothie by pouring it into a cup, okay? We have a name, we have a list of inputs, we take a bunch of steps, and then we pour the smoothie out by using a return statement. All right, these are very basic steps for a function, right? A couple notes, you don't, in order to do a function, you don't always need a list of inputs. You can have an empty list of inputs. This is completely valid. Okay? You also don't have to have a return statement. Maybe your function just writes output out to the HTML document. In that case, there is no return. Right? So those parts are optional. But the keyword for function, the function name, and the set of parentheses, as well as the curly braces, are always required.